Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a quick video on my birth plan. I finally just sat down and wrote it all out. Like I've known what I've wanted um, for a while, but I finally just sat down and wrote it all out and kind of just organized it. So I kind of organized it into four sections: labor, delivery, C-section, and postpartum. Um, I don't plan on having a C-section, but if it happens, I have certain things that I would like to see happen and make sure happen um, if that is the case. So I'll just read through these and just kind of as a disclaimer, I'm sure you all know, but like I think each person's birth plan should be unique to them and their wishes. And this is just my husband and my wishes. And so yeah, this is just what we think and what we feel is best for us. So this is our plan. Oh, and we are fully aware that, you know, um, births don't go as planned. But this is what we would like to see happen. But we are okay if it doesn't happen this way. So under labor, it just says my goal. And my goal is to be as natural as possible. I am not dead set on being 100% natural. That is my goal. But I know that I've never gone through this before. I know that emergencies happen, all of those things. But that is my goal, and I'm going to try really hard to do that because I feel really strongly about that. And then like it just goes into I don't know just the little details like I want to be as mobile as possible for as long as possible. And next thing is no IV until medically necessary. Like, I don't want just fluids, unless I'm like severely dehydrated, unless I like really need it. I want to be be able to up and move and do everything. And I know you can kind of push your little pole around, but I know so many people who were just on fluids for so long and they were so swollen afterwards, and it's kind of like it's a little overkill to me. So I'd much rather not be on fluids unless, I'm severely dehydrated, unless like it's super medically necessary. Um, this one is what I feel most strongly about given where I'm delivering and what I've heard about it. And if you guys want to know more about that, I talked about in my previous videos. But I do not want to be asked if I want an epidural, pitocin, other medical stimulation, or relief. In big bold letters, I wrote, I will ask for it if I want it. I know what is available to me. Um, and I don't want to be pressured into other people's timelines. Like that's like I think the next thing I wrote down. But like, with Pitocin, oh, you're not going fast enough or blah blah blah. Like I want to go with the rate of my body and like women have been created to have babies and it's been happening naturally forever. And so, I know that my body can do it and I know there's medical things and it's so great that we have medical advancements and all that type of stuff. But unless a major medical emergency, I'm pretty sure my body knows how to handle itself. So I don't want to be like artificially induced by any means or induced at all. Yeah, but like I know what's available to me. So if I really want it, if I feel that it needs to happen, I will ask for it. Unless it's like, of course, unless it's medically necessary, like her life or my life is at danger, at risk, like, then duh, I'll get it. But anyway, that's like what I feel most strongly about. And then my water is only to be broken if I'm past 6 centimeters. Going along with the whole timeline thing. Like if they're trying to speed up my labor by breaking my water, like that can just set up a whole chain reaction of other things. And so I don't want my water broken any sooner than 6 centimeters. Because past 6 centimeters, I feel like my body's already going and it's, happening. Anyway, so that's what I feel about that. And then I mentioned this, but this is just specifies it. Do not want to be held to any timelines. I want to move at the rate of my body and that my baby are moving naturally. And I would like to use like a birthing ball, birthing stool, birthing chair, squatting bar, and or any other resources available to me be interested in those. I know my hospital has the birthing balls, like standard in each room. I don't know if they have the other things, but I put that in there because, I want to follow like the cues of my body, and I know that, like I'm just like a believer that you're not like that women weren't supposed to, created to deliver a baby laying down. Like I just think that's so just based off all my research and just like the natural, you know, dynamic, like just the natural way of things. Like I just don't think that it's the best position, and so I'm interested in other things like, pushing and laboring and other positions. And then I want the freedom to follow my body's cues during labor and delivery, body positioning during contraction and pushing, like I just said. Family visitors are okay while laboring, not during pushing or delivery. But if, during laboring, just please have a nurse verify who they are with me before sending them back. Because friends, I'm sure our friends will say, oh yeah, family, whatever. So I just want to make sure before they send them back that I'm, dressed appropriately depending on who it is. And then my husband and my mom are the only additional people that I want present while pushing and delivering. Yep. And then, so that's it for labor. And then for delivery, I have baby on chest, skin to skin as long as possible, directly after birth, unless a major medical emergency. I feel really strongly about her being on me as long as possible. And like I said a little lower down here, breastfeeding right away and, doing all of that bonding right after birth. I feel no need to have her cleaned off immediately and weighed and measured and whatever right afterwards, unless that she really needs medical attention. Or I do, of course. But yeah, like I really want to like treasure that time. Wait to cut the umbilical cord until it stops pulsating. Husband is to cut the cord. If for some reason he doesn't want to, then my mom will do it. I just wanted to put that in there as a just in case. And then natural delivery of the placenta. I don't want like a Pitocin shot in my thigh like I hear they do sometimes. Much rather that come naturally unless it's not coming and I need to obviously have something to help it come. But I want to try, natural first, waiting it out. And then want to try a nurse right away. And then this is something we feel most strongly about. No shots of any kind. No Hep B, no vitamin K, blah, blah, blah. I know that's controversial, but this is what my husband and I feel comfortable with. And we have a lot of family experiences with shots and different stuff like that. And that's why we feel so strongly about this. So, yeah, no shots of any kind and no eye cream. Because I talked to my doctor about that, and he said it's strictly if you have venereal disease, and I don't have venereal disease, so there's no need to put that in her eye. Especially like when she's just born, like give her a minute to adjust type thing. And then all newborn screenings, APGAR, and others are to be done in my presence. If they must leave the room, then my husband must accompany the baby. Yeah, so that's it for delivery. And then if I happen to have a C-section, only when all other precautions have been taken is the first one. Not just because I'm not, advancing quick enough or whatever. Husband is to stay with me at all times until the baby is delivered. I want to be awake the whole time. I want to see the baby as soon as possible after she's delivered and for as long as possible, unless she needs immediate medical attention. And then husband is to stay with baby at all times once she's delivered. And then I really want her in the recovery room with me, unless she needs medical attention. Because I hear you can be in recovery for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I would really want her in there with me. Yeah. And then the last section is postpartum. I mentioned this multiple times before, just reiterating. Baby is to be either with me or my husband at all times. Baby is to be exclusively breastfed. Do not offer the baby a bottle, pacifier, or artificial nipple of any kind. We just don't want him, mess with nipple confusion or just whatever. Um, any visitors in postpartum are okay. Just have the nurse verify with me before sending them back so that I'm decently clothed and whatnot. And then the last thing is no visitors or medical staff in the postpartum room while I'm sleeping unless it is time sensitive or medically necessary. Um, like I'm a really bad sleeper and I highly doubt I'll be sleeping in the hospital much at all unless I'm completely drugged up from like C-section or something. Um, so like if I am sleeping, I would really love like if we just didn't have a nurse coming in just to check on me type thing. Um, so yeah, so I stuck it in there. But yeah, so that's like everything. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free and leave them below. But this is kind of what my husband and I came up with together over the last like 9 months. And I've been thinking about it before then anyway. But yeah, this is what we feel comfortable with, and this is what we'd like to see happen. But yeah, so I hope you guys had a good New Year's and Happy New Year to everyone. And I will see you guys in just a couple days for week 37 review. All right, bye guys.